Hey, we're out in the field, the leaves are falling off the plants, the beans are drying out. We're just about ready for harvest, but how do we know exactly when we're ready for harvest? Well, come with me and we'll find out. Michael, thanks for meeting me out here. You know, the beans are starting to dry up, the leaves are falling off, but how do things look in your opinion? You've been doing this for a few years.
Few years, yeah. I'd say above average right now, this crop for the land it's been doing on. And
yeah, looking pretty good?
I'd say so, especially coming after wheat ground. I mean, beans just love that ground, so I'd say they're doing pretty good so far.
I'd say they look really good. Bridget was out here last week. We were picking beans. I think we were getting about 33 pods per plant and anywhere between 1 to 3 beans on average between all of them. So you think there's any way we're hitting 65?
It might be a little stretch, but
yeah.
I've seen weirder things, I guess, in my life, so.
Well, you know, we're coming up on the next stages. That's going to be combining. So how do we know when we're ready to harvest this?
Well, honestly, the first time when you just look at the field, you see a lot of leaves out there, it's probably not ready. So that's pretty much the obvious sign. But once you start seeing everything's pretty brown, like you see some of these plants.
Yeah, a little green, but most of that back there is all fairly brown.
It would be pretty close. Well, one of our first tests, though, is what we do. Kind of just take the top pods here, just see if you can crack them open pretty easily. And you can tell this isn't cracking open very easily. So if a hand can't do it, I don't think a combine could. So
oh, definitely. That one cracked open a little bit, but
yeah, you see a few ones. Exactly. So that's one of the first signs when you come out here to see if you're ready to combine.
Okay.
The second thing we can kind of check is by moisture content. So that's when we figure out how wet the beans are. And in North Dakota, it's pretty, we're lucky once in a while when it's really dry. The beans will be about 9% and the plant could still be green. So
oh, okay.
You hear that a lot.
Moisture content in the bean, that's important, right?
Exactly.
And why is that? Why do we care about what that bean moisture content is? And is there like a special number, like a sweet spot for it?
Yeah, exactly. So when we bring it to the elevator and they grade it for us, a lot of times they won't dock us when it's about 13.9% or lower. They won't dock us at all for drying it down for perfect moisture because you know, a lot of these elevators, they're storing this crop for a long time, so they want to have it pretty dry before they take it in. So when it's about 13%, you know, a lot of times they won't charge you for drying or anything for that. So that's one of the golden spots. And if you're doing it for seed, like for Peterson's, like we do, between 10 and 14% a lot of times is acceptable. So
okay.
When we think about, once you get over like 15, especially when you get over that, you know, these beans, you're gonna get charged a little bit.
Right, and is it any hindrance on the combine? You got to worry about things getting gummed up, or is it too wet for the combine to really work properly?
Exactly, you know, when it's green, when you go through like a green spot or something, you can feel it in the combine. And a lot of people...
It down a little?
Exactly, you'll hear the rotor really turning really hard. And you hear a lot of people, when you're running green stuff through it, they'll plug it up, so that's... Right. A few hours worth.
Well, what about if it's too dry? Is there anything wrong with that? Just letting it just super dry out to be safe, or are you hurting yourself doing that?
Exactly. Well, you can lose some harvest loss to that too, because when it's so dry, once in a while you can crack these pods off before the header even gets there.
Oh, really?
You can hit it on the windshield.
So you can really lose some good yield if it's too dry then.
Exactly. So there's a happy medium there. You got to figure out where it's at. So.
All right. Well, what do you say we go pick some beans, fill this little instrument up, and see what we're averaging out here?
Let's do it.
Beans looking good.
Yeah?
Real good.
So.
Well, hey, I think that this is a good spot to pick out some averages. Let's say we pick some of these beans, put them in that little machine and see what we got and see how far away from harvest we are.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
So we just got to crack these open and fill it up with beans?
Yeah. A lot of times some people will bite them too, just to see if they're close.
Oh, if they're like hard?
Yeah. If you can chew them, then they're probably a little wet still. Probably about 15, 16, you can still chew them down.
What's average up here, like 40?
I would say around here, that's a pretty good year if you hit 40. If you hit 50, that's
really good year.
Really good year. I would say probably 3 out of 10 years you can hit 50, I think, around here.
Hey, so now that you've been out here and we've been picking these for a while now, you've had a better chance to look at some of the crop. What's it look like to you? You still think maybe we can get to that 65 I want so badly?
I think it'll be a very big stretch, but there is a good chance it'll be above average, I'd say.
Yeah, any maybe potential for a 50?
There could be. we'll see on the other side of the tracks too. It'd be somewhere up there, I think, too.
Well, let's hope for a good harvest then.
And lots of rain.
Yeah, lots of rain. Hey guys, we're gonna continue picking these beans, but in the meantime, let's toss it over to contest Justin, because we're giving away a rain gauge. Hey, thanks, Mia. Yeah, we got a contest going on. It's on our Facebook page, or you can just guess your comments down in the comments of this video down below. But we're giving away a rain gauge from Productive Alternatives here, courtesy of them, to a lucky winner. All you gotta do is guess what the average yield of these soybeans are going to be over the entire acres. So whatever we average per acre, you come close or guess it right on, you're winning yourself one of these handy dandy rain gauges from Productive Alternatives. Head over to the Facebook page, the post is pinned on the top, or again, just put those guesses down below in the comment box on how many bushels per acre we're gonna average. Now back to me. Hey, thanks, me. All right, Michael, we got this thing filled up with beans. What's it say our moisture content is in there?
So from all the dry beans we took, so it's saying about 12.5%.
12.5 on the dry beans, plus the wet ones we tossed away, so 15, 16%?
15 to 16% about right.
Because it looks like most of the field out there is pretty dry. There's just a few spots where it's still a little green, but even the green spots can still have dry pods on it though, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Right. So what do you think, another week or two away from harvest?
Yeah, I'd say about a week and a half is my best guess.
All right, right on. It's exciting. I'm excited to get these all binned up and learn how the combine works, and after that, where the beans go afterwards.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks for coming out here and lending me the equipment and teaching me a little bit more about why the moisture content matters.
Absolutely, thank you.
I still can't find that cow. Moo! Moo! Man, I can't find this cow any, wait. Nah, just another stupid leaf.